Michael Dolsey here with Michael Dolsey Designs. Today we're going to talk about softboards. It's summertime, the camps are starting, you're going to the beach, and you want to surf. So, at Michael Dolsey Designs, we make two choices, a budget softie or a softie supreme. The budget softie is a less expensive, thicker, softer board that's good for learning. It's more forgiving in terms of if it hits you. It has screw-through fins as opposed to inboard fins, and it's a good starter board. The next board is a transition board up, and it has a hard, rigid structure like a regular surfboard, so you transition from something like this to a soft top, but the soft top has inboard fins and it has a little thinner, narrower build. So it's less stable, but it performs better. So first I'm going to talk about the budget softie. So our budget softie is an entry-level board. Right away you see it's thick. It has an IXPE soft top, an HDPE, which is a plastic bottom. It has inboard fins. It has screw-through fins. See the tabs? So the tabs are screws. And these screws, let me get it, screw through the bottom into the board. Now the reason that you want to use the screw-through or flex fin is because, let's get closer. You see the fin is flexible. And so because of that, when you run into the sand or you fall off and you push the board sideways, it doesn't snap the fin because it's flexible. That's important. So the softie, and this one is a 6'6", is almost squishy. Can you see me squeezing the rail? It's because it doesn't have a rigid structure. It has no fiberglass to reinforce it. It doesn't have a stringer in this particular board, but it's inexpensive and it's a great board to learn on. It's thicker, it's wider. So the things that all teachers are going to tell you is that when you're learning on a board, generally you want a longer board like this 8-foot in white or the 9-foot, or if you're really a 70 or 80 pound person, a 7-foot. But you want a thicker, wider board because the width is stability. The thickness adds buoyancy. It means you can paddle faster and get into a wave. So that's the attributes of the budget softie. Now this is a 6'6", 7-foot, 8-foot, and 9-foot. The 9-foot is 23.5 inches wide, 3.5 inches thick. So you would transition from this board to either a hard board, that's a poly carbonate board, a board that's polyurethane, or more current technology today is an epoxy board. But before that, you'd have a board that is a hard bottom as opposed to this one being squishy. This is a board that has fiberglass underneath it to reinforce it, and it's more rigid. It's also thinner. This board's about 2.5 inches thick. This almost is like a beater. It's 5'4". And this board, the Softie Supreme in 5'4" and larger, is going to have rigid fins. So the fins, as opposed to the other that bent, this doesn't flex much, but it's going to trail better and track better. This is a center fin. This will have a little bit of flex. But these are the fins that are used in the Softie Supreme. So as I was saying, the Softie Supreme comes in 5'4", 7'6", 8-foot, and 9-foot. The 5'4" and 7'6" are thinner. This is about 21 wide, this is 22 wide, the 8-foot's 22.5 wide, 3 inches thick. This is a good choice. And the longboard is also 3 inches thick, 9 foot and 23 inches wide. But these being hard bottom are going to ride better than the beginner board. So you want stability and you want flotation to start. If you're a little bit more advanced surfer, you would go for the Supreme. That's a higher price board, but it's going to perform better. So if you have questions, you can call Dolsey at 757-423-3037. And you can find us on the web at dolsey.com and see more information on the boards. Or you can find us on Facebook or on Instagram. Thank you for watching, and it's summertime, so Softy Supreme, budget softy, think Dolsey.